Hey guys, look at these gorgeous corn muffins. Here, let me pull this back. Oh yeah. Let's open that guy up and take a peek. Look at that. Look at the structure. Beautiful. Tell you what, if you're looking for a great corn muffin recipe, you just found the right one right here. Hey guys, welcome back to Texas Cooking Today. On this episode, we're going to be making some cornbread. Now, cornbread is delicious, and I'm going to make it extra delicious. This is a jalapeno cornbread, and it's not going to be like spicy hot. You're not going to have a peppery flavor in your mouth. All you're going to get is sweet and delicious. This is a fabulous bread. It's got a wonderful texture to it, the magnificent flavor that comes from it. You're going to be surprised. So I'll tell you what, come over this way, let's go over these fabulous ingredients, and let's make jalapeno cornbread. Well, now y'all are always hearing me say, get yourself something to drink. Some tea, coffee, a soda, wine, whatever it is that you like the most, get something to drink. Kick back and make this time relaxing. Don't make it work, okay? Let's make this fun. Now let's go over all of our ingredients. This is a very simple recipe, and the taste is just freaking off the hook good. So what I have here, these are very simple ingredients and very simple measurements. 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of cornmeal, 1 cup of milk, 2 eggs, 1/4 cup of sugar, a half a teaspoon of salt, 4 teaspoons baking powder, and enough jalapeno that when it is diced, and we want to fine dice this, it'll be equal to approximately 1 cup of fine diced jalapeno. So that's what I'm going for. Now I find about 3 medium to medium large size jalapenos is perfect for this dish. These are some pretty good size ones. That's a big one. This is about your average jalapeno here. So I'm finding this just around about the right number. If you've got little tiny ones, you might need 4 or more, who knows. I'm going to show you how to remove some of the heat from these little devils so that they won't make this bread really hot. They're going to just make it flavorful but not spicy. Now let's get right on to making this wonderful dish. Now guys, when it comes to making your cornbread, I'm going to be using muffin cups like this. And I have foil liners in these. These foil liners are an absolute godsend. When you cook a muffin up in one of these, it just releases clean. There's nothing left behind on the cup. And it makes a very, very beautiful muffin also. Also, if you don't have these, just go ahead and grease your regular muffin cups, or you can make a regular cake pan with this recipe. Just fill an 8x8 or a 9x9 pan with your batter and cook it up as a whole large cornbread. Several different ways of doing this. You can use these paper cups, but frankly, you're going to get a lot of sticking from these guys. I'm not really impressed with the paper cups. But foil, man, that works great. Let's get on with processing our jalapenos. Now we need to have 1 cup of fine diced jalapeno. But there's something I'm going to forewarn you about. Capsaicin, that's the oil that's inside of these things that makes them hot. Capsaicin does not wash off of your skin very easy. So if you get it on your skin, it's going to be there for a while. The same way your mouth would normally burn for a long time because it's hard to wash the capsaicin out of your mouth. It's hard to get it off the skin. So if you get it on your hands, you wash your hands, and then hours later you rub under your eye, suddenly the area under your eye is burning because it is not as resistant to the capsaicin as the skin on your hands is. I really recommend that you use gloves when you're going to be handling any form of chilies or peppers. Unless it's a sweet pepper like a bell pepper, this is just really smart, okay? First thing I'm going to do is remove the crown on these guys. There we go. Next thing I need to do is split these just like so. And you notice how my fingers are, how they're curved under, my thumbs behind as I was doing that, and that was so the knife would glide on the side of my knuckle. You want to be real careful when you're handling things like this. Now, all of this white portion on the inside here, where those seeds are attached, that's the hot part of your chili right there, guys. That's it. That is the part that's going to burn you. So I'm going to remove it, the majority of it, from my chilies. These seeds, you can shake them out or you can wash them out. I gave that a good wash. Now when you process your jalapeno like this, you have removed the vast majority of the heat that jalapeno has. So right there you've done yourself the biggest favor. And it's such a simple thing to do, wasn't it? Right there's the heat. The hottest, the very hottest portion of this is the little bitty membrane that holds the seed to that white portion. That membrane is ridiculously hot. So if you notice, I used my paring knife. I just slide it right in behind those and remove them. You can also come at an angle like this. Slide right up underneath it. Isn't that simple? Go ahead and remove all of the center sections from yours, and we'll get on with slicing these things up. I'm going to take these, and once again, it's how we hold our knife and our vegetable. On that knife, you want to get control on it so it doesn't roll from side to side. And the best way to do that is pinch it right in front of the blade, where the blade, excuse me, right in front of the handle, where the blade meets the handle on that flat portion. Pinch it, and then wrap the other fingers around that handle behind it, right there. This is a safe way to hold your knife. It keeps it from rolling and keeps much better control on it. Now, the other hand, real important. Let me teach you what's called the crab technique on holding your vegetables. Now when you're holding vegetables to cut them, if you're holding them like this, you're likely going to get cuts, and you may have already experienced that. Do yourself a favor, use this technique. Instead of holding your vegetables like this, take your hand and turn those fingers under like this. Boom. Now you see how my hand is kind of in a holding a ball position or a crab position, with that center digit vertical. The knuckle down here, the bottom digit curved under. That way, there's nothing for the knife blade to hit, okay? And then the finger can slide. It can hold that blade, and the blade can slide on the side of it. It becomes a guide. The thumb holds the food from the back. Now, remember, we're going to be doing small dice, so we need really thin slices on this. Between a 1/16 of an eighth and an 1/8 of an inch, that is optimal. If you'll notice what I'm doing with my knife, I'm giving it a bit of a slight rocking motion. You can slide it, but I'm taking advantage of the shape of my blade. There. Now again, very narrow slices. They don't have to be perfect. But one thing's for sure, the smaller, the better. Now I just got to finish this up. If you guys would just finish doing the exact same thing, we'll meet on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and finish processing these out. Okay guys, let's go ahead and get this wonderful batter made. The first thing I need to do is to combine all of my dry ingredients. I'm going to do that right here. My baking powder. There we go. My sugar. Half teaspoon of salt. First thing I want to do is combine those dry ingredients. This just makes easier mixing later on. My next step, I need to combine my wet ingredients. So let's get another bowl. Good bowl here for our wet ingredients. First thing, let's crack our eggs. Let's go ahead and beat those eggs. Next, I'm going to beat in the milk. This is simple enough. I'm going to take my mixtures here and get them combined. Go ahead and put in my jalapeno. Give this a good mix. We want to make sure we don't have any lumps. That it's a nice smooth mixture. Make sure you scrape the bowl down real well so there's nothing dry against the edges. There we have it. Now all I need to do is simply wait for this to thicken up a little bit. Now what's going to happen there? Our cornmeal is wet, but our cornmeal is also very gritty at this point. So I need to give that cornmeal a little bit of time to hydrate, to soften up before I go to cooking with it. So this gets a 20-minute rest. It can just sit there and wait. Now we have that batter finished up and resting. All I have to do is make sure that my muffin cups are ready to go, or the pan that I'm going to be cooking this in. This has 20 minutes to rest. It's going to soften up that cornmeal and make a really, really good quality muffin at that point, or bread, depending on if you do it in a cake pan or not. You can do this in a loaf pan also. Be creative with it. Have fun with this recipe. It's easy. Our oven, in a little bit, I'm going to be preheating it to 350 degrees. These will need to bake for approximately 15 to 20 minutes at 350 degrees. And after that, you've got the best tasting cornbread you'll ever eat. Now guys, let's go ahead and get that beautiful corn batter down into our muffin cups. I'm using a 2-ounce ladle here. And I find that's a really good size for a corn muffin. It gives that each one of those cups about 3/4 of the way full, and I let a little of it drip off the bottom, as you see, and then right into that cup. The thing of it is that I've had these before. I know just how good they are. My mouth is watering right now. Oh. All right. Now that last little bit, I usually have a problem getting out of there. And I usually, on one of these, I'll get around 11 to 12 muffins, just like you're seeing here today. This is going to be 11. Some of these are a little fuller than others. So I'm going to use a spatula to work out what's left and finish filling my last muffin here. And I would rather at this point just top off other ones than to try to make a final one. All right, pretty easy. So what do I do with this final cup? Very simple. Pull that out, put a little bit of water in here, and that helps to balance how the pan heats, because you have something in each of these cups that's cooling each of these cups. To have this one become suddenly hotter than the rest means that these are going to cook more on one side, this side here and this side here, than they would otherwise. So fill this with a little water and get a more even cooking. So I have my oven preheating. 350 degrees is what I want to put these in at, and it's going to take them about 15 to 20 minutes. When they puff up and get a little golden brown on top, they are just right. Okay guys, let's get these corn muffins down in this oven. Oh yeah. There we have it. They're in the oven, 350 degrees. We're going to give them 15 to 20 minutes. I'll check them in 15. Here's how you're going to test those to know if they're done. You're going to take a toothpick, slide it into the middle of one of those, into the middle of your bread. If it comes out clean, if it's not wet, then your cornbread is finished. All right? If you leave it in there any longer after that, it's just going to get drier, okay? So don't let it dry out. You want light golden brown on top and moist inside, and that's just perfect when it comes to a good quality corn muffin. Now, I'm going to go sit down while I give these some time. I just checked these, and they are finished up. They're domed up beautifully, beautiful golden color on top. Let me get a toothpick here. I'm going to insert that toothpick, pull it out. Let me do one more, pull it out. And other than there being just a couple of crumbs on the end of my toothpick, they're dry. Now, I'm going to give these a little bit of time to cool down, and then we can enjoy. Here, let me pull this back. Oh yeah. Let's open that guy up and take a peek. Look at that. Look at the structure. Beautiful. Okay guys, there they are. Beautiful corn muffins. I decided to slice one open, let you take a look at the texture deep inside of that guy. Look at those pockets, like a fine piece of bread, but made of corn. So delicious. It's got the right texture, got the right flavor, not spicy either. There's a sweetness. 3 kinds of sweetness are in this. The corn is sweet. When you heat a jalapeno, it turns sweet. A little bit of sugar in it to offset it all. Fabulous corn muffin, folks, right there. One thing's for sure, I'm going to be enjoying my little corn muffin. Have a little butter on it. These are delicious. Folks, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching Texas Cooking Today. To my subscribers, an extra special thank you to you guys. Please, if you would, share my videos. I need to grow my audience, and this is a good way to do it, by sharing. You folks have a good day. I'll see you later. Hey guys, thank you for watching Texas Cooking Today. Do appreciate it. If you would, please subscribe. If you like this, just click like down there, and if you would, I would really appreciate it if you add me to your favorites. Thank you.